Greetings. It is impossible to please God if you do not have faith. And when you please God, you'll be a more happier person. You'll be a more healthy person. You'll be a more wealthy person. You will be one that is free. Because you will know that you are the way, you are the truth, and you are the life. Because you'll find the way within you. You'll find the truth within you. And you'll find the life within you. And you will know how to use the way, the truth, and the life to create, innovate, and to uplift the rest of humanity through your contribution, whereby you learn how to operate in your creativity. That is why if you will only seek first to know who you are, that would be you seeking the kingdom whereby all things are possible. And faith is where you are making things possible. So if you never find your invisible self, your higher self, your creative and innovative self, which is your God self, and you seek something else outside your higher self, you'll definitely be trapped in idolatry. And you'll never be happy, because you'll always have to live your life in some form of contradiction. But when you discover the power of I am, and you realize that you can never say I am and not referring to yourself, then you will learn to be loyal to the unseen, because you'll know that all things are possible to you if you would believe in your higher self, your creative self, your God self. You see, many times people look at the Olympics and they look at soccer, they look at all the different games that they play. And the people who are the most successful ones, they will always say that you have to learn to believe in yourself. But very few people realize that life is a game, and you have to learn to play the game of life. Because if you do not learn how to play the game of life, you will get played in this game of life. And that is why, my brother, my sisters, faith can be something that you do by guess, or you do blindly. Most people who are religious and superstitious, they believe in blind faith. And so they look on the outside for someone to save and to redeem them. And so, my brother, my sisters, I want to teach you how to walk in faith. That is why I am also encouraging you to join me on Faithia, which is an app with many teachers that is available. And I'm one of them there. And I'm giving you the invitation. And I'm not going to compromise to make you feel happy because I'm saying what you want me to say. I'm going to speak the truth, whether you agree or you disagree. But the truth is that how could you bring pleasure or bring joy, peace, and happiness to anyone if you do not first find that joy, peace, and happiness within yourself? And it only could be done through you having enough faith to love, believe, and embrace in yourself. That is why the first commandment is to love the Lord thy God with all thy strength and all thy might, and to love thy neighbor as thyself, because it's thyself that will help you to operate in faith. Know thyself is the key to bring the invisible into the visible, to bring the farmless into the farm. And that's why, my brother and my sister, I'm going to take you deeper down the rabbit hole in terms of teaching you the Bible in a way that no one has ever taught you the Bible before. I'm going to teach you the Bible on all three levels. I'm going to go into the scriptures, read it with you, and explain it to you on a physical level, on a psychological level, and on a spiritual level. It's very important for you to understand the book metaphysically and esoterically. It is very important for you to understand it psychologically. And if you're listening to me right now, okay, it means that somehow you are aware of the teaching of Neville Goddard. And there's a lot of things that he left out. There's a lot of things he's not saying. There's a lot of things that is hidden. Okay, you see, it's very important for you to know the false Bible, where the false Bible came from. It's very important for you to know why certain books was removed out of the Bible. It's very important for you to understand the law and the promise. You see, most people so hung up on the law because why? They are more into this, which is more into their physical self than their real self. There are people who would spend the rest of their life on this planet and could never really find their true self. So they use certain things to give them a little sense of peace. Some will go to a further extreme. They might use psychedelics. They might use LSD or whatever. Okay, but psychedelics and so on to get certain experience. But I want to say to you that everything that you will ever seek for, it can be found within you. And that is why I'm going to teach you how to walk by faith and not by sight. So, though this video is all about faith, it's also an invitation for you to join me over on Faith here for deeper teachings. For the longest while, I've been really yearning to really sit and teach the Bible, and I've been putting things together, and I'm still putting things together so I could really be with you full time and really open the Bible and expound these things more perfectly to you. You see, many people have taken the teaching from Neville and they're doing it for a penny. Yes, that is why they stick to the law only, and I can't blame them because they only know about the law. They know nothing else. Okay, but when you really know the truth definitely will set you free. Okay, you see, a lot of these things have been guarded down through the years, but after 2,000 years, certain things have to come to the surface. We're living in the age of the mind. This is actually the mind age. Okay, there have been rulership on this planet for over 2,000 years. Well, if you ever watch the Olympics, before they even take part in the Olympics, they always do a torch run. They go to different countries and so on, and they pass the torch. There's a time the torch have to be passed. You see, Mount Olympus is not really a mountain. No. You have to find Mount Olympus, the place of the gods, for yourself. Now, and that is why, my brother and my sisters, it takes faith. Okay. And faith is more of a knowing, an understanding. It is more of you knowing your true identity, knowing your true history, knowing the truth. Okay. For so long, there have always been some universal man, and it has never been one who looks like me. For many, many years, they try to give you an Indian universal man. They try to give you a white universal man. They try to give you a Chinese universal man. They give you all kind of man as a universal man, but never a black man. I wonder what's wrong with a black man being a universal man. So my brothers, my sisters, if you're listening to me, this is the time that you will set yourself free from mental slavery and start to live by true faith. Faith cometh by hearing. And you can't hear from those who are not true witnesses. And a true witness is one who's been initiated. One who's been initiated into the brotherhood of light. That brotherhood of light must carry right back to your true ancestors. That brotherhood of which I speak is the Melchizedek order. That's why it tells you when Abraham came back from the slaughter of the kings. And you think it's some man thousands of years ago. When he came back from that, he had a feast. He had bread and wine. He had communion with Melchizedek. The kind of communion they give you, put in a loaf or whatever, on their tongue and so on, eating bread and drinking wine. All those things are just symbolic. So when you do those things, those little rituals and things, they're keeping you in foolishness. Let me call it that. But there must come a time when the true light must shine. And that light is within you. It's the spark of God that is within you. So, as I teach you on that platform and as I go in the Bible, I'm going to turn on that switch that is within you. And you will know that there's a man here who could definitely turn on the light. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I want to thank you very much. And I want to encourage you to check out the link down below and join me on Faith here. Everything will be provided down there for you. Okay, because you might want to get videos without any interruption and so on. This is the time. Okay, so I'm giving you that invitation. This is the time for you to start to live by faith and not by sight. So with that being said, I just want to say peace. Love you all. I'm out.